Hello, my name is Mimi from Meta Spiritual Counselling and Healing. This is a tarot reading for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign for the month of February. So Aries, let's have a look at your overall energy. So Aries, it seems that you might be getting over some sort of a breakup or a separation of sorts. It feels that there is also something that you are processing in terms of your attachment style. So this could be attachment to other people, in terms of friends, but it could also be relational or familial attachments. It seems as though this has been highlighted to you and you're questioning perhaps feelings or fears of codependency or dependency. So in terms of what you need to release, Aries, we have the Five of Cups. So what you need to release is feelings of overthinking and overburdening oneself. But this feels as if you are looking at things from quite a pessimistic perspective, over focusing on the aspects that might have not gone so well or that didn't go your way, instead of looking behind you and seeing that there's two little beacons here or cups that have light shining through them. So again, this energy of this attachment card feels quite hard and quite negative, but what can you learn from this separation or from this breakup? What can you gain from this? There's something that's going to be integral to your healing, and which is going to be your understanding and how you integrate it and how you move forward in life. So let's look at the advice or what's to come. You've got the Page of Cups. So in terms of how to kind of navigate this, it feels as though you're needing to step forward with a bit of innocence and remain open with your heart is what I want to say. It feels as though you need to understand where you have come from, understand the experiences that you might have had, but know that it's not really a reflection of you. It doesn't feel like a reflection of you. What will be a reflection of you is how you kind of move forward, and if you do choose to bounce back, by all means take your time and heal, but know that there are kind of other things that are calling your attention with those two cups in the background. This is about you trying to pour equal attention and not neglect other aspects of life. There's a real kind of feeling of needing to almost throw yourself back out there. Be playful, be innocent in your expression, and just see what's out there. It feels like just going through the motions without expectation, Aries. So not feeling or thinking that someone owes you or someone should be there for you. Looking at things from a glass half full perspective, kind of changing your mindset and mentality. So we're going to now look into some of the spiritual aspects that could be affecting you in the month of February. Could we have a look at the spiritual challenges, please? So we have the Magician. We have the Magician upright in your spiritual challenges aspect, which for me says that you almost feel as if, again, it feels like quite a pessimistic view of, well, I caused this, I'm to blame. And it's that whole using the principle of our thoughts become things, and almost focusing heavily on the negative. So, well, if I thought this XYZ and it came true, therefore it's my fault. Instead of thinking of something positive and channeling your energy in a positive way by using your mind as a creation tool, it seems like you're almost berating yourself for calling in something that perhaps didn't go well. This is your reminder that our thoughts do become things, so be intentional with the thoughts, be intentional with the energy and the things that you're putting out there. Be intentional and be positive. or more positive. If you can't be positive, be neutral. That's like my favorite saying of all times. If I'm struggling to get into a positive mindset, I will go into a neutral. So it's okay. Things are okay. I am coping. I am well. So your spiritual goals, you've got the 9 of Wands. Your spiritual goals, again, it feels like this is more kind of it feels like a self-deprecating, a self-hatred attitude that you might be showing towards yourself. So in the goals aspect, it feels as though you need to step out and away from this energy in order to get to that more loving, innocent energy, that playful side of you, with that Page of Cups. It almost feels as though you might be leaning on some quite active tools in order to heal and process, which is good. But as long as you're not doing it in a self-injurious or self-torturous way. So yes, occupations are valid and they're very, very useful for us, and they can serve as tools of distraction. But are you engaging in things because you almost want to punish yourself? Be mindful of that. So in terms of how to move forward or how to achieve this, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which I like in this position because it feels like it's rebuilding oneself and knowing that you have the tools or the building blocks to be able to rebuild and to restart. I say you already have the tools because you have these pentacles already stacked, and all you're doing is just working that little bit harder to add to the roster of what's existing. And how I see you doing that is through changing or shifting your mental processes or that mental chatter, challenging some of the automatic or some of the negative thinking. And you know, you don't have to do this alone. Perhaps it might be reaching out to a counsellor or a therapist who can support you in understanding the cognitive processes that are happening in order for you to challenge that thought pattern. So let's look into the worldly or the earthly aspects. So we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, which always looks like quite a dramatic card. But I like that this is coming up as a challenge. What I'm feeling is that you need to accept. So yes, there has been heartbreak. Yes, there has been betrayal, but and things that have really hurt you. But this is coming up in the upright, coming out in the up and the reverse position, sorry. So as this is in your earthly challenge, it feels as though you're struggling to accept that this has happened and accept that this is now part of your past. It almost feels like an attachment to the pain. It feels like an attachment to the things that you have lost, and almost seeing it as, well, this is just a part of my story, so therefore I accept it. You don't have to do that. And I see that it could help you if you were to work with that acceptance. So again, I'm really feeling that CBT and mindfulness is a tool that could positively support you with this in order to move forward. So in terms of your earthly goals, we have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, which feels, again, it feels as if it's that mind and heart that are out of balance. That mind and that heart are what have been in misalignment and juggling between the two. With the 2 of Pentacles as your goals in the reverse, this feels like you're needing to come into a bit more balance. I feel that you're in one of the energies a bit more, and judging by this reading, I would say that you're more in your heart, in your mind space. So how can you tap into your heart? Do you have any exercises or practices that can support you to tap into your heart? And we look into how. So how can Aries tap into their heart? You've got Justice. It feels as though there's a bit of a victim mentality going on, and there's a little bit of that blaming self and blaming others. So with the Justice card coming up in the how position, I would say that this is about reaching that level of forgiveness and working with forgiveness. And this isn't just forgiveness of self, of others, or forgiveness of the situation. It's also extending that forgiveness to self without blame. So again, coming back to that theme of acceptance and really, really working with that acceptance energy. Okay, so just to close, we're going to do a quick oracle pull. Please can we have an oracle card for Aries? Okay, so I think it was Pisces that got this card as well. We have the Stag Spirit, which is take the lead. And for me, coming up in this position for you, Aries, take the lead in acceptance, take the lead of your thoughts, challenge some of those thinking patterns and question, is this helpful? Is this hindering or holding me back? So I see this as you taking the lead in your healing, your mental healing. If it is reaching out to counsellors or therapists, by all means do that. But know that there is an element of choice and control within this. I hope that helps, Aries. I'm wishing you a good February. If you like this or if this resonates, please like, comment or subscribe. Take care, Aries.